Yeah. You tell him, Hulk Hogan. What?
Watching haters wonder why Gambino got the game. Half-tied thicky, all she wanna do is bang. Got her hair done, French braids, now she ASAP. Bino so insensitive, she asking why you say that. I'm chilling.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm chilling.
We're
fade.
We're going to be getting a letter, a cease and desist letter tomorrow.
Yeah. Come on, Hulk Hogan. Have you heard the Hulk about the bee? What you gonna do, Gambino?
Have you heard Macho Man Randy Savage's rap? He has a song dissing Hulk Hogan.
It's actually pretty dope.
Oh my god.
It really is.
This is real?
This is real.
Chickity check, Hulk Hogan.
How old is it?
Fucking 2006.
He had like a mid-2000s.
How many hours of wrestling
Be a man,
do
Hulk.
you have to watch till you discover this?
Hold on, dude. No, this is. I don't mind pausing the story.
You guys talk while I find
to see this, but no, it's actually pretty good. You know, he obviously, from listening to him cipher, he had a problem with the Hulkster.
I wonder who really ghost wrote it.
I'll tell you that.
Ready? No, he wrote most of it.
Inspect the Deck.
He wrote this?
No,
Yeah.
Inspect the Deck.
I read up on it. He actually wrote this.
He wrote this.
Listen.
Be a man, Hulk.
Hulk Hogan, Hollywood, whatever they call you. I'm coming after you, you coward. I think it damn Hulk like you.
Oh, damn.
Set it off. Set it off.
It's fucking mystical.
Doing telephone commercials, I seen ya.
I seen ya.
Like there's a ballerina.
Lorena.
I knew all along you had those tendencies. Cause you've been running from
This is like some ICP shit.
Remember the 1-800-COLLECT commercials that he did and he was in a tutu?
I seen you on the Television commercials, Hulk. You wear tutus.
That's pretty good for what you would think fucking Macho Man would do.
Yeah.
You know?
Chickity check, Hulk Hogan.
Like he's DOS effects and shit all of a sudden.
Chickity checking checks all the way to the bank.
Chickity check, 1, 2.
Anyways, you guys, hey. Welcome to ANR.
Hey, it's ANR
welcome.
Radio.
Oh, is that what we're at?
We are brought to you by Jack Hare. That's why I forgot to say welcome to ANR. My name is Mike Gregorian. With me, as always, is my trusted horse, Dizzle.
I have returned.
Paul Wright.
I have returned.
And Victor Estrada. We're missing the sound of one hand clapping. That's pretty funny.
That's it's like, you can hear it.
That's the sound of one hand clapping. We are brought to you by, I'll just go ahead and say it before I forget, we're brought to you by Amazon.com. Go to, that's right, baby. Go to ArmenianNightsRadio.com. Click on the Amazon banner, because every time you do, we make some money.
Oh, shit.
And we're also brought to you by, what's that other thing?
Audible.
Audible, shit, I forgot for a second. Audible.com.
You need to read a book.
You can get over 180,000 titles to choose from. Go to audibletrial.com/Armenian Nights Radio. I was getting to That's right. We're doing the last 2 shows of the year.
Oh.
So we decided, since we're too fucking lazy to find a topic, we're just going to go ahead and talk about getting drunk again.
Well, it's not so much getting drunk.
It's part 3 and part 4.
We're going back to the
stories.
well, folks.
Yeah.
Back to the
That's
well.
right, Hulk Hogan.
I'm going to tell a story that
involves me.
It's there's documentation. So just to prove, like the Washington Post has its sources. This has sources. I wrote it in
one of the weirdest stories ever told.
It's a weird story.
Backstory, we have a thing called the Book of Grimy, where we've been writing stupid, funny shit every time we get high and get drunk, and it's been documented in there.
It's a chronicling of our adventures.
Yeah, it's proof positive. That
so without me giving away the ending, I'm just going to say I woke up and Paul had to tell me everything that happened, including...
So I'm going to set the stage. I'll be quick about it. We had an apartment. This apartment was probably, there's 8 units. You got 4 on top, 4 on the bottom. And one of the units, like both sides of us were these crazy, crazy. We had one guy, he was like older. He wasn't all mentally there. And he was like banished from all the stores. He couldn't go buy food at the store. And long story, he was very eccentric.
Crazy guy. Crazy guy.
Crazy guy one, we call him.
This is little studio apartments. And then we had another guy who was making he was DJing and recording like electronic music. Then that would piss off the crazy guy.
Michael.
Yeah, Gamble. And then the crazy guy would think that the guy upstairs is like has an industrial press going on. He would fucking call the cops.
It was just that sick bass thump.
So there's this second
new
crazy
guy. New crazy guy came in and he's at the front of the building, and he's kind of he's
He's a little odd.
Special. He's kind of a weird duck. He talks like this. Yeah.
He has to list. Not to say that anybody would have
Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's just how you guys sounded.
Do people with lists? Does their inner monologue also have a list?
That's a good question. People with lisp, please get at us.
No, my inner monologue.
What's our email address?
anightsradio@gmail.com.
If you have a lisp,
if you have a list,
could you please let us know if your inner dialogue is also in a lisp?
No, because my inner dialogue, I'm just like thin.
No, it's actually inner monologue.
You're right. You sound thinner.
You were right the first
thinner in
time.
my inner
You were right the first time. It's inner monologue to yourself. You're just talking to yourself.
So we've got crazy guy number 1. Guess what we call the other guy? Crazy guy number 2.
Yeah.
Crazy guy number 2.
We were a little short on names. So I come home and Mike I leave for work. I work graveyard. And when I left, it was Mike
You come back,
and
it's
his
morning.
girlfriend. His girlfriend were there at night, and they were just going to watch some movies, and that was it, and I left. So I come back at 8 in the morning, and there's just a weird something going on. And I open the door, and the door's like creaked open, and there were just like 10 weird things. I had to write them down.
Is it like spider senses?
And because I didn't figure out
Spidey
why.
senses?
There's
first
blackout
thing-
senses going off. Alcohol senses.
Every battery to whatever had a battery the batteries are gone and missing everything. The fucking click clack for the
Don't say number 3.
everything is just no batteries. No. So the second thing, Mike's phone, he had no battery in his phone also.
So all
Mike's
batteries
girlfriend's
missing.
Mike's girlfriend's not there. And I'm like, Mike, wake up, talk. And he's barely coherent. There's a big thing of alcohol spilled with like a one lazy wipe there.
And we actually have the book of grimy picture up on the screen for you to see, and we'll post that. So we're on number 5. There's a big spill slopped up by 2 wet towels. Paul made a fucking list, and it starts off with what the fuck, the day of what the fuck. So he's reading the big spoil. Then number 6, what does that say? Mike's butt did not hurt. That was number 6.
There's one very important thing. One very important thing to this story. The crazy guy number 2. Only one time when I was home alone, no one was in the building. It was me and him, and he was doing his laundry, right? So I go to do a load of laundry, and he's like, "Hey,
just say
Paul,
it. The guy was wearing a dress.
He's wearing a dress, but he didn't change his persona. Like, it's cool, like it's fine.
He
but
just had the dress on.
I
now.
wasn't ready for it. It was weird. It was like seeing your grandpa wear a dress.
But it was almost to the point where
No one.
he wasn't wearing a dress, and he was rocking it, and he was fierce. He just seemed like he fucked up and put a dress on. Like, he didn't look like he likes doing that.
Yeah, he had a wig. He had a wig.
Yeah, he did
was
have a very big
And then
wig.
he looked just like the crazy guy number 1's ex bag lady girlfriend who used to live with them. But that's another story.
We're getting deep
So
now.
anyways, so far we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 7? I can't read it. According to witnesses.
eyewitness testimony, Mike's ass wasn't hurting. So Mike, we find out in the morning, and this is where Mike.
Oh yeah, okay. Good.
Did we
Sorry,
do a
guys.
swab? Did we do a swab on it on the butthole?
Here's the worst part. I came home. I finally relaxed. I want to watch TV. Since there's no batteries, I can't watch any TV. All I can do is push play on the box, right? I push play on the box, and it plays Jersey Shore first, and no fast forward. And that's how I had to watch TV. I even wrote it down. The worst part of the night is
So my part of the story is this: I woke up. I think it was in the middle of the night. It was after, blacking out, right? I don't remember half of the fucking night. I don't remember how my girlfriend at the time left. Anything. All I know is I wake up, I open my eyes. Crazy guy girl is sitting next to me, creepily watching me sleep.
there's a rocking chair right next to the bed. So
So
this
he's
is
sitting next to the bed, and kind of like what was his name?
This is where Norman Bates'
Norman Bates,
mother
Norman
would be
Bates'
sitting
mother.
in the back chair watching the sleeping.
Hi. Just sitting over me.
Just wanted to
And I have
make sure
no
you're okay.
idea how he got in. Why is he sitting there? What is he doing?
He's in the
What
house.
does any of this fucking mean?
Oh, jeez.
So I was like, I kicked him out, and then I went back to bed. And then Paul comes home, and he sees this fucking mess. So he's trying to write it all down. And he actually drew a pretty accurate picture
Yeah,
of what,
that's kind of how he looked.
what the girl looks like.
Yeah.
It's up on the screen.
Do a close up. Do the close up shot. No, the other one. There's one that's even closer. There you go.
Whoa,
That's a
that
leg.
was his balls.
Anyway, look at those old horse balls. Anyways, we had many more adventures with that guy, and he ended up. I think he ended up going to an assisted living home finally. He wasn't like dangerous creepy.
No,
He was
but it's just that the guy broke in the middle of the night.
Yeah, watching you sleep. Oh, and he
Watch
said,
me sleep.
I like your chest. That's what
Oh, yeah. He told me that he likes my chest.
I was like, his parting gift is he fucking strutted on out of the house.
So I'm trying to find the okay, good. Here's a good picture. Right here. Here's a picture. And if I could describe the scene of what I'm looking at, it's Crazy Guy Girl. This is Paul's famous drawing. Paul's actually a very good artist. And this is his rendering of what Crazy Guy Girl was doing. He's got all of the batteries.
It just proves that this is the only thing I could explain happened. He rode in on a unicorn and took the batteries and stole a bunch of shit and watched me smoke.
Dude, it was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told the story. Did I tell the story when we're doing the drunk stories about me in New Jersey?
No.
Oh my god, dude! So I go to my buddy. I go to my buddy's wedding. I go to my buddy's bachelor party. Bachelor party is in New York, New Jersey area, right? New York, New Jersey, kind of right next to each other. So we get to Long Island. All I remember the beginning part is this. We get to Long Island. There's a long party bus that takes us from Long Island to New Jersey to the casinos in Atlantic City. So we're going to Atlantic City. It's like, I don't know, 34 hours. I may be completely wrong. The whole time we have free alcohol, free weed, everything. We were so fucked up. We went in sober. They had to tip the side of the bus over so we could pour out of the fucking thing. That's how bad we were. So it's so bad that there's two people that were in our party. They wouldn't let them walk onto the casino floor without them being in a wheelchair because they're afraid that they're going to hurt themselves.
Wow.
So they wheel my buddy up into the room. They open the door. They kick it open. They spill him over. That guy's passed out the whole rest of the night. So we have an agenda that we have to go to. We have to go to the 4040 Club, which is owned by Jay-Z, where we have like a little private party. Then we're going to go to the strip club, and then we're going to come back and gamble at the thing. So, haha,
Come on, Mac. Wait, you're drinking too much.
So I proceed to every single venue that we walk into. When I go outside to either smoke a cigarette or have some water, they won't let me back in because I'm that fucked up. 4040 Club. I go outside to smoke a cigarette, sorry, you can't come back in. You're too fucked up. And I'm at the point where I don't feel like I'm that fucked up, but clearly I wasn't doing well.
Since your answers are just blah, blah, blah,
then this is one of the really funny parts. Then we go to the strip club. And at the strip club, they make everybody take their phones out. I don't know how I somehow coerced the stripper to not only get my phone, but to call, which I thought was a great idea at the time, to call my girlfriend that I was dating at the time back in California and let him know, I'm just with your boyfriend, he's got a nice dick and like all this weird shit. I didn't know that until the next day when I just called my girlfriend. I was like, hey, babe, what's going on? You don't fucking remember? I was like, tell me. It proceeds to be the worst thing I could think of. You had the stripper. And then she sent pictures to her.
Oh man!
So
she really enjoyed it.
So Mike isn't
really
enjoyed it. Mike, you're not.
So then we get back.
Either.
No, I'm not dating either one of these people at this time. This was years and years ago. So I finally make it back to the casino. They won't let me gamble. They're saying I'm too fucked up to gamble.
Wow.
So I've been kicked out of the 4040 Club.
Crazy.
That's when you're bad.
When
it's
Vegas
Atlantic
take
City.
Money and it's Atlantic City.
And they say that I can't. I don't know if you've ever been 18 years old and been in a casino, but they don't let you go onto the casino floor. They let you go on the walkway that's going around the tables, but they won't actually go onto the casino floor if you're under 18. They did the same thing to me. They wouldn't let me onto the casino. I'm like, it's my money. I know I want to fucking waste it. So I proceeded to wake up with all of my money balled up into a fist. I had my fist in between my forehead and the pillar, and I was standing up, leaning on the pillar, and I fell asleep. I woke up from blacking out like that, like, the fuck happened? That's the fucking craziest shit ever.
Unplugged from the Matrix by accident.
Oh, dude, it was the worst.
Good times.
Do you want to go ahead and rap there, Dizzle?
No.
You don't want to rap?
I want to hear you rap.
Sure.
All right.
Somehow we've got to.
Let's see if we can do this one right.
All right. Here we go.
This is the last episode.
New shit. New shit. Here we go. New shit. Old raps. New shit.
Rib dib my dibula.
My bad breath. Bob building like 9/11. The Reverend.
A suicide bomb and go to heaven. Check us out on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating. Leave us a review, please.
This is dope.
You can watch our shit on YouTube and the Network Studios Facebook page.